How's it going, everybody? This is eBay user ID noahmbelli. Today I have for auction is a Sony PlayStation 3. Um, Now I want to emphasize just how special this PlayStation 3 is because of the firmware that it has running on it. It is actually very versatile, and I'm not going to mention exactly what it is, but you'll be able to see in this video what it is and some of the functions that it can perform. Now, if you guys are unsure of what you see in this video, I recommend that you look it up on Google. That way you can be as informed as possible, or you are welcome to private message me and I'll give you some links. That way you can better understand exactly how awesome this PlayStation 3 is. Now, I just want to emphasize in this video that it is on Sony's 3.55 official firmware, but it has something written over it. So I can't tell you exactly what it does, but it is not something I'm really allowed to let you in on unless you look it up for yourself. So we'll just leave it at 3.55 Sony official firmware. That way I don't get myself into any kind of trouble. Moving on. Basically what I did to this console was I installed my very own PlayStation 3 fan module, and as you can see from the warranty seal here, it's appeared to have never been opened before, but that's a misconception because I have opened the console up. I did this very professionally, as I am an electronics engineer and I do everything with precision, and basically I scrutinize over everything, so you can rest assured knowing that everything was put back together exactly as it was taken apart. So the PlayStation 3, the fan module is installed. I set it to about 100% of the fan speed. That way you will never ever get the yellow light of death or any kind of overheating issues with this console. Moving on, the console is a 40 gigabyte system, so it does have a 40 gigabyte internal hard drive. The console will come with a Sony official Sony 6-axis wireless controller. You can also hook it up to a USB and use it wired so that it can charge. Also, where am I going? It has no scratches really. It's very lightly used. It's been very well taken care of. It will come with a brand new HDMI wire, which has never been used. And also it comes with the power cord, obviously. So moving on, just so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about as far as the firmware goes, pay attention to the TV when it shows up, and you can Google it, and you can find out a little bit more about what it does and the functions that it performs. But just going over a little overview of what it can do. Basically, it can do 100 times more than what Sony had originally anticipated that the PlayStation 3 can perform and do. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with emulators, but this let's just say that emulators are not out of the question, and as well as using an external hard drive to play different things from that as well. Now I'm trying to be as careful as I can with my words, only because of the simple fact that I'm trying to stay within eBay's policy and their terms. So I'm not going to say anything that is going to get my listing removed, but you can see in the video exactly what it does have on it. So moving on, here we go. Now you'll notice that upon starting this up, you will hear the fan, and it starts up very loudly, and you can turn it down if you wish with a small flathead screwdriver. This is what the module looks like, and it should be pretty accessible right there on the top in the backhand corner here. And you just basically you adjust it using a small flathead screwdriver while the console is on, in very small increments to a point that's reasonable for you sound wise, and just keep in mind that you don't want to turn it down too much, because you will develop the yellow light of death if the fan is not dissipating enough heat as required by the console. So you want to keep it at a reasonable speed, but also a reasonable noise level so that you can play comfortably. Now I set it to 100% for the simple fact that I can play with it like that because I have a surround sound system. But if you do wish to have it turned down, if you win the auction, you are welcome to let me know to turn it down a little bit so that it's a more reasonable, hearing level. So here we go. Now pay attention to the TV screen here. Okay, now that was the very important part that you should, and I hope have paid attention to, where it said that word that showed up on the right hand corner. Also, as you can see right there, it has that on there, as well as the thing below that. I'm not sure if you can tell what that little black smiley face is, but it is a very awesome application that the PlayStation 3 has on it. Let me unplug the controller here so you guys can see. Okay, now moving on, you can see that it has that as well, and it also has that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with all these things. I also installed that Showtime. It's just like Netflix, which is very awesome. Also, just going down to system settings so that you guys can see that it's on 3.55, but it has something else on it so that it appears to be on 4.41. Which happens to be the latest, and you can use it online. It can be used on Netflix, etc., etc. Themes, which is a very awesome thing that I added onto this console, is a whole bunch of different themes for you to choose from. You have this one, which is it's a dynamic theme. It looks very nice. As you can see here, all the icons look very, very cool. And you have all this other stuff to choose from, which I am very I'm very pleased to announce to you. Now, I mean, the graphics on this, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's very awesome. And this theme is very nice, and if you're not happy with some of these themes, you're welcome to delete them at will, but I chose from some of the top themes that you can possibly put on your PlayStation. So moving on from here, I also have this one, which is my absolute favorite non-dynamic theme, and it is very clear and concise. You can see it's bright, in this video, but you can see that the icons are very nice. It's very well laid out, and I'm very happy to put any other themes or anything on here that you wish. But there is that. So let me just go down to the other themes that I also put on here. There's just so many that I have on here. They're all awesome, so I mean, you guys will be very happy with them, I'm sure. So there's that theme. This one I can't really show you, but it is inappropriate and not for children, so I'm not gonna display that. But there is this one, which I'm sure all you gamers out there that like Modern Warfare 3 will be very happy to have this on there. This is also a dynamic theme, and it has obviously the icons look very nice. Now I'm just gonna pop down here for a minute so you guys can see what this thing says. Alright, I'm not sure if you can read that, but that's what it is, and if you Google that, you'll know exactly what that can do. So there's that. Alright, so I also have my South Park dynamic theme. This is another one of my favorite dynamic themes. It has snow going across. All the icons look very nice. It's very well laid out, as I showed you before. I mean, I don't choose anything less than the best as far as themes go. So if you... And these will all come default with the console, so you don't have anything to worry about as far as that goes. I also have the Family Guy theme for you to try out if you're a Family Guy fan. There's this one, which is also just as good as the South Park dynamic theme, which I happen to like very much. Moving on. Okay. This is also another nice one. Not a dynamic theme, but it's very nice. It looks very cool. All the icons are very nice as well. So I just don't want to bore you guys with just the themes here, but as you can tell, it has a lot of nice themes, and the ability that this console can perform is more than any average PlayStation 3 can perform. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Again, I can't emphasize enough, it's on 3.55 Sony's official firmware, but it has something else on it so that you can do special functions with the console. I'm not going to say what, but it is pretty much obvious in this video as to what you can do. So, I mean, and it makes this console worth a lot more than what it normally would be worth if it didn't have 3.55 firmware on it. And I pretty much saved you the trouble of having to go through all those extra steps. Oh, this is another good one. This is the Windows Vista theme. Very nice, very well laid out, and it's a very clean, crisp theme, which I am very happy to show you as well. So there's that. Now again, I mean, these are just some of the themes that you have to choose from, so that's pretty much it. But again, as far as functionality goes, as you can see right here, that is one very special little folder that not most PS3s these days do not have and cannot have because of firmware limitations. And as you can see from the little icon there at the bottom, that is also another very special app that's on there that you will not find on a common PS3. Again, that's pretty much it, and that's it in a nutshell, and I look forward to any questions you may have, and happy bidding. Again, the PS3 fan, the module that I have in there is blowing the air so fast that you won't feel any warm air coming out the back. It's pretty much just cool air from here on out, so it saves you all that trouble of having to deal with overheating issues. So I mean, I'm very happy to show you this console, and I'm sad to say that I'm getting rid of it, but I have another PlayStation 3 that has these functions as well. So if I'm sure this one's going to get sold for a decent amount. But if the second or third bidder down loses, I will obviously, if you guys want, just message me, and I'll be happy to give you a reasonable price for the other one that I have. And I look forward to your bidding and questions if you have any. Oh, another thing, just real quick, so you guys know what serial number this PlayStation 3 is on. It is the serial number is CE508079386-CECHG01. I know you guys can see that there. So that's pretty much it in my video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sure you will enjoy it just as much, if not more, than I have, because there's just so much more functions to this that meets the eye, because just some of the apps that are on there, I mean, there's just so much you can add to this. Not only that, but not don't let me go off on a tangent here, but you can also install an external hard drive and use that as well, and put up whatever you like on it, and pretty much use it that way, or upgrade the internal hard drive on it and put whatever you want on that as well. So I am going to list this, and I do hope that you guys watch this video, because I'm going to list more in this video than I do in the actual description. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to message me, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. Again, this is noahmbelli. Good luck on bidding.